Shalom, shalom, giving honor and praise unto the Most High, the Creator and the Maker of heaven and earth. My name is Yeshaya Yisrael of the tribe of Dan of the nation of Israel. This is Hebrew class number 42, the PL in conclusion. Let us start off in prayer. Hallelujah. Moshienu Malchenu Eloheinu. Tiyena Itanu. Kasha Anaknu Lomdim. Amen. Brothers and sisters, giving honor and praise unto the Most High, the Creator and the Maker of heaven and earth. Okay, we call this one here the PL conclusion. Now, as in the other lessons, all right, we wanted to sit there and start with it looking a certain way and then continuing on from that particular aspect. All right. We're going to use, brothers and sisters, the same word and root that we used the last time. All right. That is the word here. Shiber. Shiber. Or is this Shiber? This is why vowels are important. Because with the vowels, you then be able to get the sound of what we're talking about. And depending upon the sound of the word can mean a difference in the translation of the word. All right? So let's look at this right here, brothers and sisters. This we're looking at right here, remembering that Hebrew goes from right to left. This, all right, is the word shabar, okay? Which in root means, as pointed out last time, to break. All right, so that's something we want to point out for edification purposes. The next particular one we're going to look at right here, brothers and sisters, is this word here. Shiber, in root meaning to shatter. So you have the what? The word shabar, meaning to break. And then the word shiber, meaning to shatter. All right? So this is something we want to point out for edification purposes. This being within the Piel Stem here, this being here within what is referred to, brothers and sisters, as the Piel Stem. In roots, as we pointed out last time. Then we have this here. All right? Mishaber, shattering, present tense. PT standing for present tense. All right? So we want to point out that shabar in root in the qual means to break. Shiber in root within the PL means to shatter. We're not discussing the nifal in this one. All right? And then we have the present tense, masculine singular. Shiber becomes mishaber. You have the aspect, brothers and sisters, in the PL present tense of the letter mem. As we pointed out in lessons past, whether I verbally state it and or write it, all of it holds the same amount of weight. So if you see something written that's not spoken or spoken that's not written, it all holds the same exact weight. All right? So this is why we want to show it visual and have audio for the sound. All right? So this is what we want to point out in that particular regard. Now, what you're looking at, brothers and sisters, remembering that Hebrew goes from right to left, is you have this word here, or arrow, 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 and arrow, and arrow. All right? So we're going to explain what we're looking at in this particular regard. We're going to start, brothers and sisters, follow the pen. We're going to start in this particular one right here. All right? Now, this all being conjugated within the PL stem, all right? Not the qual or the nifal, but actually the PL stem. And we're going to start looking at this, brothers and sisters, right here. Shibar T means I shattered, all right? This T that you see right here, brothers and sisters, indicates the aspect of the past tense. Shibar T habaya. I shattered the problem. All right. So the aspect brothers and sisters, of the past tense in Hebrew shows as a suffix. So now let's look at where the arrow is pointing us to. And it's pointing us to this here, which spells the word here. All right? Ashaber. Ashaber. And that means I will shatter. Ashaber habaya. I will shatter the problem. All right? I'm just using that as an example about a sentence in that particular regard. All right? She bought a tea. Past tense, meaning I shattered. Future tense, ashaber. What are we going to point out is that you still see the sheen, pay attention, the sheen, the bet, and the resh are still there. That root doesn't drop off whatsoever, all right, in this particular word, regardless of whatever step from the qual to the hipael. But I just want that to be pointed out for edification purposes. This olive, all right, that you see here, serves brothers and sisters as the aspect of ani, the future tense. You know, because the pronoun is put in front of the root verb. Whereas in the past tense, the suffix is shown with the aspect of ani shibati. Okay? So I just want that to be noted. You can actually say, as stated, ani shibarati. You can also state ani ashaber. It both means the same thing. And most times in biblical Hebrew, you will find, like, if you were to say something like ani ashaber, both the pronoun and the actual conjugation, first person, masculine or feminine singular, in that regard, is saying I, even I will shatter. All right? Ani esa, I, even I will carry. Ani shibarti, I, even I shattered. So sometimes when you're dealing in the aspect of biblical Hebrew, you will begin to see that when a pronoun is stated, in this case, we're dealing only with the pronoun ani, all right? It's emphasizing what that is. All right, I, even I. All right, so that's something we want to point out for edification purposes. All right, she bought a tea. I shattered. I shaber. I will shatter. Okay, now let's look at this here. Shin, bet resh, tau. Shiborata. Shiborata means you shattered. All right, you see that word used inside the book of Exodus, chapter 33. All right, when it speaks about Moses breaking the tablets of stone, the actual Hebrew words mean shattered. You have shattered the tables of stone. All right, so shibar ta, you have shattered. Shibar ta, masculine singular. Let's see where the arrow points us to. All right, tishaber, tishaber, tau, shin bet resh. This means right here, brothers and sisters, you will shatter when you're speaking to a male. You will shatter when you're speaking to a male. All right? Let's see where the arrow's pointing us. Tishabri, tishabri, tishabri. You will shatter when speaking to a female. All right? Feminine singular, masculine singular, feminine singular. So let's point something out, a couple of things about this. All right? Shibarata, masculine singular. So I'm going to show how would you make it say you shattered past tense when speaking to a female is simply this. You remove the kwamat from there, and then just put a shawa. So it's shibort, shibort, shibort means you shattered when you're speaking to a female. Shibort tabaya, achoti. You shattered the problem, my sister. Had it been masculine singular, it would have been shiborata. All right? So we just want that to be noted for edification purposes. Sorry about that slip up in that particular regard. Okay? We see she bought it. She bought it. Okay? In that particular case. All right? That's feminine singular. She bought a ta. All right? Would have been masculine singular. All right? So that's something we just want to point out. Then you have as stated to shaber, masculine singular, you will shatter. To shabri, feminine singular, you will shatter. Akoti to shabri aya. My sister, you will shatter the problem. Aki, atati shaber habaya. My brother, even you, will shatter the problem. All right, so I just want that to be noted for edification purposes. So let's go on to the next part. Pay attention. All right. Shiber, root. Literally means he shattered. All right. And the arrow pointing us to, brothers and sisters, Yeshaber, Yeshaber, he will shatter. So this is just something, brothers and sisters, we want to point out for edification purposes. Shiber, he shattered, past tense. Yeshaber, he will shatter. If you notice, brothers and sisters, the sheen, the bet, the resh, the sheen, the bet, the resh, the root does not jump out. Hasheresh, the root. Lo, yifo, it does not fall. Lo, yafil, it does not drop. All right? So this is something we just want to point out for edification purposes. All right? Shiber, Yishaber. This yod signifies the future tense, third person masculine singular. I emphasize that for a reason. Let's go on to the next part. Shibra. Shibra means she shattered, past tense. Akoti, Shibra habaya. My sister, she shattered the problem. All right? Shibra, she shattered. Now let's see where the arrow is pointing us to. All right? Tishaber. Tishaber. We want to emphasize on this for a reason. All right? She will shatter. Tishaber. She will shatter. This signifies the future tense. But remember, Tau, as stated in lesson number 4, is a feminine letter. So we are comfortable with that, using it in regards to Tishaber. Now, what is the difference between Tishaber, meaning she will shatter, and Tishaber appear, means you will shatter, masculine singular? Absolutely nothing. All right? So this is why we want to point out, brothers and sisters, that it is important to understand context clues, sentence structure, who is speaking, who's being spoken about. All of that is important when you get into the future tense, because when you're speaking, You may not even always care to use the pronoun. You may not have to care to say ata tishaber, he tishaber. You may not even care to say that. You understand? Yet tishaber, tishaber. If you're saying akoti, which means my sister, akoti tishaber, you know good and well that is not saying my sister, akoti, you masculine singular will shatter. No, it's saying she will shatter. You are then speaking in the third person. All right. So this is something we want to point out for edification purposes, brothers and sisters. All right. Let's go on to the next part. All right. Shibarunu, Shibarunu, Shin Hirik, Bet, Pamat, pardon me, Patat, Resh, Shawa, Shabar. You join that together. Noon, Shuruk. All right. So this is just something we want to point out. All right. Shibarnu. Shibarnu means we shattered. Past tense. You can say Anaknu Shibarnu if you care to. All right. Let's see where the arrow is pointing us to. Nishaber. Nishaber. We will shatter. Nishaber hadbarim haraim. We will shatter the bad things. Shibarnu habaya. We shattered the problem. This noon serves in the future tense as we whatever. Nishaber, nikwabel, whatever the root is. When you're speaking first person plural, we whatever, you put it in the aspect of the noon. All right? Nishaber, we will shatter. Okay? Let's go on, brothers and sisters, to the next part. Shibar tem. Shibar tem. Shibar tem. You all masculine plural shattered. You shattered when speaking to more than one male. All right? Akai. Atem shabartem habaya. My brothers, you all shattered the problem. Akai wa akyotai. Atem shabaratem habaya. My brothers and my sisters, you all shattered the problem. Remember, if I'm saying Akai, means my brothers. If I'm saying Achyotai, it means my sisters. But if I'm speaking to both my brothers and my sisters, I must then with the verb conjugated in the plural masculine. So I say Akai wa Achyotai Shabaratem. This, as we emphasized before, shows the aspect of such. You may want to go back to lesson number 7 and 8 concerning that particular aspect. All right? So, Shibaratem, you all shattered. Now, this line that you see right here is like a slash. All right? You see this in Hebrew college books. So let me explain what we're looking at right here. You see she bought a 10, and then you see she bought a 10. So it's just like saying in English, him, her, him or her, they, you all. But see, in Hebrew, they and you all identifies between masculine and feminine. So in English, I have to say it at the singular aspect, him or her. That slash identifies that. Guests slash visitors. That's the same kind of aspect, but we're just showing it in Hebraic aspect. She bought a tem, masculine, plural. She bought 10. She bought 10. You all shattered when speaking to two or more females. Don't die. She bought a 10. My uncles, you all shattered. Don't die. She bought a 10. My aunts, you all shattered. My she bought a 10. What did you all shatter? habaya, the problem. So this is just something, brothers and sisters, we want to point out for edification purposes. Now let's look. Arrow. Let's see where it's taking us to. All right. Tishaberu. You may see it sometimes as Tishabru. All right. Tishaberu. Tishaberu. What does that mean? Atem tishaberu. Masculine plural. You all will shatter. Future tense. Remember, Shin Bet Resh is the root. This tau signifies the aspect of it in the future tense. This wow, serving as a suffix, is how you get to be known it to be a masculine plural. Let me explain one more time. The root is the word shabar. Shin Bet Tau. Pardon me. Shin Bet Resh. You still see in there. This tau that you see here, all right, identifies it as a future tense word. This wow that you see here after the resh identifies it as a plural aspect. So that's just something we want to point out for edification purposes, brothers and sisters. Let's go on and see where the arrow further leads us to. Over here, okay? Tishaberna. Tishaberna. What does that mean? UFP, feminine plural, will shatter. Aten tishaberna. Dodo tai. Tishaberna habaya. My aunts, you all will shatter. Habaya, the problem. Brothers and sisters, this particular aspect, you see the noon with the kwamats and then the hay. Remember the lessons. The kwamat followed by hay identifies it something 98% of the times feminine. It's not 100. Anytime you see the kwamat followed by hay is not always 100% feminine, because Judah in Hebrew is said as Yahuda, and Yahuda was a man. All right. So therefore, that doesn't always identify it 100%. So I'm saying it as 98% of the time. When you have a kwamatz followed by hey, you have the aspect of it 98% of the time feminine. All right. Tishaberna, the shawa. You just make the sound of that. Sheen with the kwamatz. Bet with the zere. The resh with the shawa. You join it together. Tishaber, join that together as we went over in lesson number 4, and then continue reading. Nah, Tishaberna. This noon in the hay serves as the suffix, showing it to be, in this particular case, the pluralization. All right? This shows it in tau right here at the prefix, serves it to be in a future tense. And what are we talking about is the verb. Shabar, shiber, to shatter. This is something we want to point out for edification purposes. Let's go on, brothers and sisters, to the next part. Shibru. Shibru, which means they shattered. Now, if I said Haim Shibru, I'm speaking they shattered masculine. If I simply say Hain with the hay in the noon Sophie, Hain Shibru, I'm saying they shattered. Dodo ta Hain Shibru Havaya. My aunts, they shattered the problem. I'm not speaking about no males in that particular regard. Dodo tai, my aunts. Hain, they, feminine, Shibru. So what are we saying? Is that Shibru means they shattered. masculine and feminine in the past tense. So this is why in certain cases you might want to use the pronoun, but as you begin to see going into biblical Hebrew, go into aspects of deeper aspects of the language, you will not be using the pronoun unless you're trying to emphasize a point. All right? So that's just something we want to point out for edification purposes. All right? Let's look at this part right here. Where the arrow led us to. Yeshaberu. Yeshaberu. Let's emphasize on something right here, brothers and sisters. You have the yod with the shawah. Shin bet rich never drops. Now remember when we explained that this wow right here serves as the aspect of it being in the aspect of the plural? Well, the wow right here does the exact same thing. The difference is this is yeshaberu, this is tishaberu. Yeshaberu means they will shatter. Masculine. They will shatter. You can say him, yeshaberu, that's not incorrect. All right? So that's just something we want to point out for edification purposes. Okay? Let's see where the arrow is leading us to over here. All right? Tishaberna. Uh-oh. Did Moray make a mistake? Because you see Tishaberna here means you will shatter feminine plural. Then you see Tishaberna here, but we seem to be talking about the aspect of the third person, they. No mistake. It's the exact same word. No mistake. Exact same word. They will shatter. Feminine. I don't have to put FP because they is already plural. All right? So we must understand what we're talking about. Shibru, they shattered. Yushaberu, they will shatter. Tishaberna, they will shatter. So you might want to say Aten Tishaberna or Hein Tishaberna. You might want to use that when you're starting off. But if you're talking in conversation, you already know what it is. Whether you're speaking in the second person, plural, feminine, which is right here, or the third person, feminine, plural, which is right here. Same exact word. Now, we want to review what we just went over because this is called the PL conclusion. Let's emphasize some points. Let's take note, follow along, brothers and sisters. All right? You see the yod here? Yeshabir. He will shatter. You see the yod here? Yeshaberu. They will shatter. He is third person. They is third person plural. The future tense has the pronouns to show in front of the root of the verb who is being spoken of or who is doing the speaking. Once it comes down to the pluralization, that shows in the future tense as a suffix. Suffix, plural. Yeshaber, yeshaber, this wow shows it to be plural. Tishaber, tishaberu, this wow shows it to be plural. All right? So this is something we want to go over. In lesson number 41, brothers and sisters, we explained that mishaber, mishaberet, mishabrim, mishabrot. We already expounded upon that being the entire present tense of that. All right? In the aspect, brothers and sisters, of this right here, this is the past tense. on this side. This is the future tense on this side. I shattered. I will shatter. You shattered. She bought a tie. Speaking to a male. She bought. You shattered. When speaking to a female. Tishaber. You will shatter. Speaking to a male. Tishabri. You will shatter. Feminine singular. Shiber. Root. He shattered. Yeshaber. He will shatter. Shibra. She shattered. Notice the quamats and the hey, feminine. All right? She shattered. Tishaber. She will shatter. You may want to, in beginning, put he, shibra, she shattered. He, tishaber, she will shatter. All right? Shibornu, we shattered. Nishaber, we will shatter. Shibornu, we shattered. Nishaber, we will shatter. Shiboratem, you all shattered. Shiboraten, you all shattered, feminine. Tishaberu, the plural of tishaber over here is tishaberu. You all, masculine plural, will shatter. Tishaberna, you all, feminine plural, will shatter. Shibru, they shattered, whether masculine or feminine. Yishaberu, they will shatter, masculine. Tishaberna, they will shatter. Same word as this. That's why the pronouns can be helpful. What I'm going to do now is verbally state how all of these words that you see here that we went over and putting the vowels in and so forth, how it can be stated and said, brothers and sisters, with the pronouns. All right? Ani shibarti, ani ashaber. Ata shibarata, at shibart. Ata tishaber, at tishabri. Hu shiber, hu yishaber. He shibra, he tishaber. Anachnu shibarnu, anachnu nishaber. Atem shibaratem, aten shibaraten. Atem tishabru, aten tishaberna. Hein shibru, hein yishabru, hein tishaberna. Or you can say hein shibru, hein shibru. Heim yishabru, and hein tishaberna. Giving honor and praise unto Yah, creator, maker of heaven and earth. Let us conclude even further along with the next part of this particular aspect, if we will. All right? Let's see what this is right here. The command form. Let's stop there. Shaber. You're telling one to shatter something. You're commanding him, regardless of his age. You understand? Shaber habaya. Shatter the problem. Shaber habaya. Shaber. This is the command form. All right? Sometimes in college dictionaries or college books, they put an exclamation point to emphasize that. All right? I'm not going to put that in each one, but I just want those who might have been familiar with seeing it, what we're dealing with at that particular part. Shaber, command. Shatter, you're telling them to do it. Shibri, feminine singular. You're telling a female, shatter. Akoti, shibri habaya. My sister, shatter the problem. Shibri, means that. That's the command form to a female. All right? Oops, that was supposed to have been a while. Shibru, masculine plural, MP. You're telling more than one male to shatter. Shibru Habaya, don't die. Shibru Habaya, my uncle, shatter the problem. So that's just something to be pointed out for edification purposes. All right? She better not shatter when speaking to more than one female. All right? So this is just something we want to point out. In order to get the command form, you drop off the prefix of its future tense. Ashaber becomes shaber. Tishabri becomes shibri, not shabri. And I'll explain that in a second. Because shabri more so means literally my shattering. Shabri means my shattering. Just like Naphtali, the tribe. Naphtali means my contention or my wrestling. Well, literally, the word shabri means my shattering. Shabri al habaya, my shattering concerning the problem told me, oh, very good. Shabri al habaya told me, oh, my shattering concerning the problem, very good. Now, shibri, this kwamas becomes a kirik in the command form. Shibri, you're telling one female shatter, whatever you're telling her to shatter. All right? We're going to stay with the word ba'aya as meaning problem because we want to shatter the problems and get rid of them. All right? Shibru, that's what we need to do in Israel. But I ain't going that deep right now. We're getting back to the lesson. All right, Shibru. Shibru, masculine plural. Shibru. All right? Shabru. This kirik instead of the patak or the kwamat. You'll see this sometimes with a patak or kwamat. Then we have Shiberna. Shin bet resh nun hey. Shin bet resh nun hey. You drop off the aspect of the prefix there. So that's just something, brothers and sisters, we want to point out for edification purposes. If I'm commanding more than one female, she better not have ayah dodotana. My art, shatter the problem, please. That's how you would say such. All right? I can, brothers and sisters, be reached 908 587 4841. The next Hebrew class is expected to be coming Monday, the 25th of this month. Most High willing, Most High bless you and keep you. The Most High makes his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Most High lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. We bless you in the name of Yah. Baruch Yah Mezion. Baruch Yah Mekwomo. Tamid wa Tamid. Yehovah Eloheinu Bebakwasha. Tislakna Eko. Hakatot Asha Asinu Be'eneka. Yom Yom. Only those from Ashaba probably would have caught on to that one. All right, but regardless of that, we still want to call upon the Most High, regardless of whatever camp you came from or through. All right, I can be contacted at 908-587-4841. Oh, in case if somebody didn't know, my Hebrew teacher, hands down, is Kohen Mikael. So we want to pass the baton on. All right, I spoke with, not to blow up their names or anything like that, when they brothers from DCB had a unity Shabbat, I asked the drummers on the side, you know, you see a lot of the younger children playing the drums. The drummers from who were older in age, I ain't gonna mention their ages, said that they want to pass it on to the next generation and let the youth do it. As I explained in the video, I remember seeing in Hashaba in 1992, the youth going up to read. So I, being the age of 38 now, would like to pass this on to the youth and anybody else interested. Any questions? Feel free to call or text. I prefer texting, but call if you have to. 908-587-4841. Most I bless you and keep you. Shalom.